But 2 years, Nigel Ng, Evelyn Mock has finally gone through to Nigel Ng, and he's going to work on compassion for others.
I think it's a good thing to work on.
Yeah. I mean, some people are born with it, but some people need to work on it.
Welcome to Rise to Meet You, a comedy podcast starring two comedian friends who try to be funny. I'm Nigel Ng.
And I'm Evelyn Mock.
That was good. We duetted funny. That's great. That is great.
I did it because I wanted to show people how silly it is.
Okay, good. Good, very
It's
good.
very silly.
People love it. People love funny. That's what people quote on at us, you know? They say like, oh, we listen to a podcast, you know, funny.
Nobody has ever quoted that to me when I
The
met
meeting we
people.
were on.
What?
The people at the meeting at the production
No, they
company.
didn't.
They did.
Did
Oh,
they?
listen to a podcast. It's so funny. Yeah.
You mean the one on Zoom or yesterday?
On Zoom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, your memory sucks.
My memory is really
Yeah.
bad.
But it's okay. And I'm wearing my
Oh.
new merch today, people. Look at this.
Oh my god.
MSG hoodie.
When
Very pretty.
I mean, when I walked in, I'm like, obviously you've copied that special brand, but I was like,
Yes.
why is Nigel wearing MSG? I'm like, ugh, why is this?
It's cool, right?
Oh my god.
You can get it at UncleRogerMerch.com. But okay, quick shirt plug out of the way. I have an announcement to make, people. Big news.
Yeah. What is it?
Big news in my life. Just bought a house.
Nigel just bought a house.
You know, it's completed and everything. And yeah, I got the keys. Thank you. Thank you. It's a humble, tiny little house, but I needed more space for my filming and stuff, you know. And yeah, I'm really happy. I got the keys a few weeks ago, and my new hobby now is interiors.
Oh my god.
know? Love
Honestly,
it.
you've been talking about interior decorating so much, and it does my head in, because it's like
It's my new hobby now.
It is your new hobby, but it's also like the way you talk about it, and also like, it's just so. And you have a person who's helping you, don't you?
Yeah. Just a friend who has good taste.
And tell me what he says, like some of the sentences that he says.
Well, it's a period property, right?
Oh my god.
But the interior, the current owner did it up to, I don't know who did it, but I think they had a renovation and they made it a bit too 70s, 80s vibe.
Okay.
So, you know, it has some period Victorian features, but then it has some 80s features. And then my friend said, the grammar is very conflicting. The grammar of this place is very confused. And I agree with him. I think we need to make the grammar coherent. You know, I want a nice period property. I want to make it look Victorian, a nice Victorian fireplace, cornicing, skirting boards, you know, nice joinery work. I just want to culturally appropriate white people. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Victorian, you know, and it's okay for us to do it because I'm paying homage. I'm going to do it well. You know, I'm going
You're
to do a
paying
lot of
homage
research.
to white people.
Of course.
Oh,
of
gosh.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he's saying. The grammar is very conflicting.
And he wears a hat indoors and a scarf indoors.
He's an interior designer. What do you expect? That's how they dress. That's a uniform.
It's the worst. He looks like Jason Mraz. He really does with the facial hair and
He looks like
everything.
unemployed Jason Mraz.
He looks like an unemployed Jason Mraz. Well, honestly, Jason Mraz looks like an unemployed Jason Mraz. But like, it's so funny.
No,
so-
my favorite brand now is Rocket St. George.
What
You
are
know,
they?
Listeners, if you know Rocket St. George, you are my people. They're interiors brand.
They sound very gregarious. Rocket St. George.
Yeah, it's two women who founded the company.
Oh, of
Jane
course.
Rocket and something St. George.
Okay.
So they put it together, Rocket St. George. They sell like nice furniture with a very certain aesthetic.
What's
a
the
very
aesthetic?
specific aesthetic. Moody glam rock. That's
Glam rock?
yeah, period moody glam rocky.
Oh my god. So like Baroques and stuff?
No, not Baroques. They're like modern Victorian, is if you want to say a period.
I mean, you cannot design your house with glam rock,
Listen,
Nigel.
I beg to differ. And if you see
Oh my
the
God.
Instagram page, I'm sure you will love it. I'm sure you will love it. Don't knock it. Okay?
I mean-
I bought 2 of their interior design books.
They're books.
Yeah, they have books too.
So not even furniture.
They're
You bought
very
their books.
successful women. Buy the books first to get the inspo. Inspo. Pinterest can only take you so far, people.
You're gonna look so out of place, just an Asian dude in a Victorian glam rock interior decorated house.
Hey.
You're gonna look like you're lost.
Good design doesn't matter. It doesn't concern race. Okay? Good design is colorblind. And if you want to move to a post-racial society, this is the first step.
You're gonna look like Dev Patel in that Copperfield movie.
That is true. But should I only live in Chinatown vibes?
Yes.
Should I live with lanterns? Is that what you want? A big ass fan, a Chinese fan behind me?
You need to have like pure tiled floors, like what's it called? Like the light, like the LED lights, or what is it? You know, the light.
Oh, the fluorescent light tubes.
Fluorescent light tubes in the ceiling. You need to have like plastic couches. Like that's what you need.
No.
Yeah.
That is old Asian.
Fluorescent lights that give up that little hum, you know, when you turn them on, like that slight hum that you don't know how to get rid of. You don't know how it happened, but it's there because your dad installed it and he's not an electrician. So there's always like a little hum. It's like
It's the cheap tubes. If you got the expensive tubes, expensive fluorescent tubes won't have that hum.
That's
it's
never
silent.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen.
Why do you want me to live in squalor?
I don't want you to live in squalor. I want you to be true to your Malaysian roots.
That is my Malaysian roots. Okay? I'm a Malaysian with taste. Malaysian with taste. Okay?
It's so
I will
funny.
have some nods to my Asianness, of course.
What are the
Art.
What
Asian
art?
art.
Photography. Your what's that brand called? The Finnish brand.
The Finnish brand.
The
Oh, Mary Meko.
Your Mary Meko cat. Yeah, that's the Finnish
That's
Mary Meko
part
cat.
of it, yeah. It's a nod to my Asianness, but this will be in the studio. This won't be in the living room or the dining room.
Okay, so what's in the art? What art?
Well, I don't know. I'll need to do my research. I'll go to some auction houses maybe and look at like some Asian artists who are based here. So if you have any work you're trying to sell, big acrylics, you know, let me know. I'm shopping for art. I want to support our people. There are a lot of Asian artists out there. You know, Ai Weiwei, Kusama, right? Who else? That John Lennon's wife. Yoko Ono, yeah.
You want an original Yoko Ono?
I can't afford an original Yoko Ono. It's just a period blood on a piece of canvas. I can't afford that. I can't afford. That is literally one of her art pieces, you know.
It?
Yeah, she just has a period blood on a canvas.
What's the meaning behind
Probably
it?
feminism, some sort of feminism, right?
Probably feminism.
Right? I mean,
That's
only a feminist
so
would do that.
funny.
Art, right?
That's so funny.
You should try that.
What, make feminist
Asian Lizzo,
art?
yeah, feminist art. You know, period blood, that's the shades of red. The crimson from the period blood is
The
a
thing
very
is,
nice motif.
I can appreciate abstract art. However, I think there's a limit to it especially when it comes to white ladies sometimes, where it's just like, well, you know what? That's just you not having any ideas.
There's also a lot of art that has social commentary on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't want any of that art in my house. I want my art to just be like, nice to look at. Not this social commentary shit.
I imagine.
Brings people down. Oh, bums people out. Okay, here we go. The slave piece again. Nigel, we get it.
The slave piece.
We get it. You bought this slave piece at an auction. You're very proud of it. But come on, do we really need to look at this?
Oh my god.
We don't need to look at Asian man in chains in the back of a truck. Do we need to look at this?
That's social commentary. That's interesting.
Yes.
That's like real.
But you don't have to put it in your living room when you want to watch football.
Oh my god.
I mean, you put it like somewhere in your study tucked away, okay? Fine. You don't want that to be the first thing when your guest comes to your house, they sit down, have a cup of coffee, and they stare at this slavery piece. This human traffic piece. And then, like, what impression are you trying to give off? They'll just feel uncomfortable.
I don't think so. You can appreciate art. You're like, oh, that is a very, very, like, good piece of art, and it's like, oh, it makes you feel something, it makes you think something, and then you move on.
Yeah, it makes you feel things that I don't want my guests to feel. Threatened.
What do you mean threatened? It doesn't mean just because you have a piece of art, it doesn't mean that you're gonna do it to them.
No, it's gonna mean I'm gonna be very annoying to talk to. That's what it means. If imagine you go to your friend's house and there's like a social justice-y piece of art there, they're gonna be very annoying to talk to.
Social justice-y piece of art.
You know, Asian people in chains. Okay, here we go. When is this gonna come? Oh, have you noticed? The guy's gonna be, oh, have you noticed this art? Oh, yeah, let me tell you about this. I don't want to hear that.
Oprah has stuff like that in her house. I know when she showed us her house on TV.
One, she's Oprah.
Yeah.
And people still want to talk to her.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not at Oprah level yet. I can't be annoying and get away with it.
She's not annoying.
She's very annoying. She is very annoying. Only annoying people start book clubs. Okay?
What?
Because they're like, oh, I want to tell people I read. Let's start this shit.
God.
Just let me buy nice art
Okay.
that speaks to me.
When you're finished decorating, we want to do a tour of your house.
Sure. It's my sanctuary.
Okay, I'm gonna do a tour of your house and review it.
My private life private.
Okay.
Okay. No
Glam
photos
rock.
allowed.
Glam
No photos
rock.
allowed.
All right, no photos allowed.
I want a period, dark, moody, glam rock vibe. Enough of the Scandi shit, okay? Scandi is so played out now.
Don't criticize Scandi.
I hate Scandi.
It's classic.
Yeah, it's out of fashion.
It's not a trend.
It's white and neutrals, boring.
No, it's simplistic and minimalistic. It keeps everything in center, and it's quite feng shui actually.
No, minimalism is over.
What? So you want cluttered?
I want maximalism. I want maximalism.
You want the Asianness. So you want the hoarding.
I want a bit of tasteful, contrasting textures and patterns. Yes, if that's Asianness, then sure, I want that.
I was making the joke that you want the hoarding. The opposite of minimalist is our parents' house, where they keep all the shit.
Okay, don't go that extreme. And also, hoarding can be nice if you hoard nice shit. The only reason hoarding is bad is because your mom hoards empty cardboard boxes. Of course, it's not gonna look good. But if you hoard like sheepskin rugs or candlestick holders, that is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. You gotta hoard nice things that complement each other.
I mean, I say Scandi. The thing is, it's because if you feel it's played out, it's because people outside of Scandinavia have just done it wrong.
Well, I've seen people do it right, and I still hate it. It's cold, it's heartless, and lacks emotion.
No, it doesn't. It's very stylistic and minimalistic, and it puts pieces into center. So it's like it gets your focus to the certain point. It's very, very nice. I like it.
Okay, we're never gonna agree with this, but okay, buy our own house and Scandi it up, and then I'll come judge it.
I have my own apartment. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, but if you don't own it, there's only so much you can do.
That's true.
You can nail shit to the walls.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I want to buy a place, really, so I can paint. Seriously, I am so sick of this. I'm sick of this neutral, inoffensive vibes.
Would your landlord not let you paint here?
No. So annoying, right? I want to spend some time in Faro and Ball. Okay? My two best friends, Faro and Ball.
It's gonna be very exciting to see your glam rock house.
Yeah, you wait. Just you wait.
I'm very excited.
We're gonna podcast in it. I'll move all the equipment down to the living room and we'll podcast in it for you people.
Oh, in the living room?
No, we'll move it for one episode.
Oh, I see.
Show off the glam rock vibes.
So we're gonna sit on a glam rock couch.
Yeah.
I hope it's purple.
Maybe. I'll have shades of mauve.
Oh my god. Shades of, you were just complaining about neutral colors.
Mauve is not neutral.
Mauve is.
Mauve has like lavender undertones. It's a dark gray purple.
Exactly.
That's
purple.
That's
very neutral.
A Scandi place will rarely have mauve, but I'll pair mauve with like a dark purple, rich royalty purple.
Oh my god. Oh no, I can't believe
my vibe is gonna be purple. Handmaid's Tale without the rape. That's my vibe. Very period, very classy. Well, I can't even watch that show anymore. Not because it's dark, because I keep getting distracted by the interiors. I'm like, oh shit, pause it, take a photo, Pinterest. All I'm saying is I'm very excited, and I can't wait to show it to you. You know, I have a lot of pictures of the before.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna when it's all done, you're invited to a housewarming.
Yeah.
And then we can have it's a humble little
It's gonna be me.
humble little family home. I just got on the property ladder. I'm very, very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. Thank you. Well, I wanted to invite you after our meeting yesterday, but you were busy because what did you do after the meeting?
I had improv. Why? It's important to me. I prioritize improv.
Okay. Hey, listen. Don't let my opinion sway you. I'm just disappointed. You do your thing.
Why are you
do your thing. I don't know. I just don't like improv. It's okay to like different things, man.
True.
Yeah, you don't like my glam rock period vibes. I don't give a shit. I just think you're wrong, and I just keep on living my life.
That's true.
Yeah, your opinion doesn't. I don't go. Why do you not like my interior design taste, Evelyn? Why? So needy. Why do you want me to like improv?
No, I just think that you keep shitting on improv, and I'm like, it's actually very, very good, and it gives you the basic skills, first of all, to do comedy acting and stuff, but also it gives you the basic skills of sketch writing and script writing and just comedy writing.
Yes.
And game. And
yes.
stuff.
Yes.
It's very a lot of the sketches we watch are just improv principles. But but I love my improv team. We have a team, and I really, really love them because so my improv team is, it's called Minority Report, and we're all people of color.
Oh, I get it. Oh, my, one of the best jokes.
It's a really good name, actually. I mean, sure, some people think that we only do improv shows about Tom Cruise films. Just a Minority Report films. But it's like a people of color improv troupe. And it's so nice to do comedy with like people who have roughly the same kind of experiences, and like we get it.
Yeah.
Sort of. And our improv is a bit different because then it's like we do racial stuff and stuff like that. And it's really fun. And yesterday we went out for a beer afterwards, and I feel like we're becoming really like tight and friends and stuff. And it's really fun. And my Emil, who's in the troupe, I love Emil. She got a little drunk, I think, and she started saying she went on she went on, she just started saying I don't know where it came from, but she was like, I don't get people who say that they don't understand when people fancy them or are interested in them. And I was like, hi, Emil. Because that's me, but I think that's a defense mechanism that I put on. But so when she said that, I was like, well, then how do you get that somebody is into you? How do you know if somebody fancies you? And she was like, she gave me an analogy, and she's like, I can just smell it. She's like, it's like smelling a dessert. It's like the other person has baked a dessert, and you both know that it's been baked. You both can smell it, but they won't serve it to you because they're too nervous. And I was like, that is a very good analogy. And I wanted to put this on. Basically, it's somebody who's made a dessert. You both know that they've made a dessert. You can smell it, but they won't serve it to you because they're not sure if you're lactose intolerant. Is what I wanted to put on.
Okay, well.
Because it's what?
I think it's a terrible analogy to start.
Why?
Well, Emil is a woman, straight?
Yeah.
I
think she's straight.
Moderately attractive?
Yeah.
Well, then the answer is every guy wants to sleep with you. You know, there's no need to smell. Why is she so proud of it? I can smell it. Newsflash, Emil. Most guys want to sleep with you.
She's not proud of it. She was just saying, this is how I can tell. And it's what do you mean most guys want to sleep? Okay,
it's just how guys are.
In your world, I feel like it's a very Nigel world thing.
What do you mean my world?
It's a very alpha thing.
It's not an alpha thing. It's just you
most
hang out with too many.
With you.
That's what happens when you hang out with too many improv people. They just do it about just your circle. A circle, bunch of beta male cucks, you know.
Why do you call them beta male cucks?
I want to sleep with them, but I don't want to tell them I want to sleep with them.
Oh, you mean they're respectful?
No, telling people you want to sleep with them is not disrespectful. It saves both parties time. the woman can say yes or no, then you get on with your life. How is it? Beating around the bush is more disrespectful. You know, I assume the women I deal with have their own careers. They're busy. They're ambitious. So I don't want to waste her time. Who's the more respectful one?
Okay, yeah,
Right?
okay.
Of course, you phrase it nicely. You don't be like, hey, bitch, want to fuck you. You don't say it like that. You phrase it nicely, okay?
Okay, I'm inclined to agree with you. Clarity, sure.
Yeah.
But I also think there's something in the fact of like, you know, you get to know somebody and you're like, oh, you know, and then you're like, oh, we're both a bit nervous and it's interesting. But like, obviously don't draw it out.
Listen, in improv, you have too many beta male cucks who do jazz hands.
Why do you keep saying beta male cucks?
It's a perfect description of them, isn't it?
Where's the jazz hands coming from? I've seen an improv
so
group do
many improv guys doing, hey guys!
Oh my god, who?
They're improv troops. I'm not gonna name them because they're haters. But you know who I'm talking about. They're improv troops, very successful. They make a living doing improv. They go, hey guys, hey, we are da-da-da-da-da group. And then we are here to show you how improv is done, you know? Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Also, nothing wrong with being a beta cuck. It's just, I find it very lame.
Beta. Why do you use the description cuck?
That's how you describe them, right? I'm not using it in the technical term for cock. Sure, the sexual term is like a man who likes seeing his wife get fucked. That's a technical term. But I'm not using it in a technical sense. I'm using it in a social sense.
And what's the social sense?
You know, like lacks confidence, a bit like quiet, nerdy, doesn't express what he wants, you know, a bit scared of the opposite sex. That's what I'm saying. Beta male cuck, beta cuck
That is basically
guys.
all the people I hang out with.
Yeah.
That is basically
exactly
the men that I usually find attractive because they are non-threatening.
That's not good. No, you can do better than that, Evelyn. Stop settling for the beta male cucks. Okay? You want like real man who will just kind of, you know?
No, that's the opposite of what I want. It's terrifying. I want
Who'll treat you nice too.
Who'll treat me nice too
yeah.
after they choke me.
I mean, if you want to be choked,
Oh,
of
God.
course.
I think honestly though, I think I figured it out recently. All of this like, oh, I don't know if he's flirting with me. I don't know. That's just like a defense mechanism I have.
Really? Well, get rid of it.
I'm working on it.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like realizing it because of like other stuff. But now that I'm kind of dealing with everything, I'm like, oh, that was a defense mechanism. Because I'm like, it's pretty obvious when people are interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Unless you're in improv, in the improv circles, that is all beta male cucks. So, you want to get coffee? Want to get coffee? How about a hot chocolate?
Oh my god! And you just show up. Here's my dick.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That doesn't work. Why do you?
I feel like
you go the complete opposite.
That's the thing. If we take like How I Met Your Mother, like. You want a Marshall, of course, but then Ted Mosby is usually the guys that you end up meeting, which is me. But then we have Barney Stinson here.
Yeah, and he gets the women. He does, ladies.
Yeah. But
I'm
also
not saying,
he's the worst.
I'm not saying
he's the worst.
Like, I'm not saying, oh yeah, take my dick, woman. You know, not that. But you can say something like, hey, think you're cute. You know, let's get a drink sometime.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's
that's
clarity.
it.
Clarity.
Instead of, coffee? Coffee? Maybe touch my dick? Oh, no, just coffee. Okay, just coffee.
Why do you sound like Goofy?
I don't know. I mean, if you're going to do like a very caricature-ish impression of me, I'm going to do a caricature impression of like your people.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, usually it's like, hey, you want to talk on the phone?
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit. Oh, I'll just talk to you for
Let me just
a
check on your
minute.
Insta story, you know? Let me just react to it with a heart-shaped eyes emoji. Is it accurate or what?
It's very accurate.
Is it accurate
yes,
or what?
It's very accurate. Too accurate. Unfortunately.
But, you know, speaking of the things you need to deal with, I started going to therapy.
You make me feel special.
Okay.
See?
I'm going to take a little bit of credit for that because
We have to learn from each other. We take the best
Because-
parts of each other.
now, last week, me and Nigel, we had a little bicker.
Yeah, which, by the way, will be a Patreon exclusive episode. So go subscribe to our Patreon if you want to hear the behind the scenes of how we argue.
Okay, I didn't know that we were gonna release it. We were kind of on the fence, but okay,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're gonna. Okay, so basically,
We want to preface this by it all ended up great.
it did.
We
we
found a
resolved it.
resolution.
Yes.
So
we did,
listen to it. Don't get bummed out. And
don't get bummed
I
out.
still stick by my point, but yeah, let's talk about the context first.
Okay, so last week's recording, we were talking about stuff, and then we got into an argument about like an hour argument while we were recording. So we kept it on record, and I expressed how I felt, you expressed how you felt, and then we were like, why is this happening? Because I felt like it was a pattern, like it was just kind of it had been happening over the past few episodes, and I just cut out the parts where we bicker. It was just this thing of like we end up talking about something, usually like a social issue, and we disagree with each other, and we get into kind of like bickering, argumentative.
Well, I don't see it
states.
as bickering. I see it as attacking your points, your premises, your arguments. You know, I've never made an ad hominem attack, a personality attack.
But I felt it was because of the tone, and because of like just how I felt it was quite abrasive. And so I brought it up with Nigel, and then we talked about it, and then we kind of resolved it. And after we resolved it, you realized something, and I was like, yeah, maybe you should see a therapist to talk about these things. And to your credit, you were like, yeah, and then you booked therapy for the day after, and you went to therapy.
We'll see if it helps. Yeah.
Yeah, and how was it?
It was fine. Only one session in. There's not much you can do in half an hour.
And
the next
what-
session will be 50 minutes.
Wait, you just had half an hour?
The introductory session is half an hour.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And what did you and your therapist conclude that you were going to work
So
on?
she said, she asked me first, what do you want to work on? And I said, to quote Drake, I just don't want to be lonely at the top. Which is a legitimate concern, And I feel like because I'm gonna live in a slightly bigger place, it's gonna feel extra lonely when there's nobody around you. If you're alone in a studio flat, it still feels okay, it's just the right size. But alone in a house is it's a bit much. So we just want to avoid that happening, And of course, I want to have like proper friends, and of course, if you're successful, I can always get whores to come to your house, pay the money to come. But that's not what I want for my life,
Why did you just say that?
I'm just saying. Some people say I'm anticipating the argument. So, Nigel, don't worry, man. If you have money, you can get like prostitutes to come over. You never feel lonely. I'm like, that's not what I want. That's not what I want, people.
He was trying to make a joke.
I'm anticipating their arguments.
Okay.
That's what you do in a debate, by the way.
Just get to what you're gonna work on.
I'm getting
what
there.
You're gonna work on.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Just let me talk. Jesus
It's taking
Christ.
so much time.
Yeah,
It's taking so much time,
I have a lot
Nigel.
of funny on it. I have a lot of funny on
Why
it.
is it taking so much
We
time?
basically
is it
want to
because
work.
It's an emotional journey.
Well, because you're interrupting me. That's why. I'll get there. Compassion, basically. That's what she says I need to work on. And then she says, let's work on both compassion for other people and compassion for yourself. And I just told her, listen, I don't need to work on compassion for myself. The reason I achieve what I've achieved is because I'm hard on myself. So let's not worry about that. But let's work on compassion for other people.
Compassion for other people.
Yeah. I think that's useful to have. A little bit of that is useful to have. Right?
Finally, after 2 years of doing this podcast.
Hey, listen, I'm still going to attack your points with gusto.
2 years. Yeah, you can attack my points. But
And you're going to get huffy about it again?
2 years. No, because now I've learned to kind of hold my space and be like, listen to what I'm going to say. But 2 years, Nigel Ng, Evelyn Mock has finally gone through to Nigel Ng, and he's going to work on compassion for others.
I think it's a good thing to work on.
Yeah. I mean, some people are born with it, but some people need to work on it.
Listen, as far as flaws go, if this is my only flaw, I'm pretty great. If literally compassion for others is my only flaw,
Oh my god.
how is there a more perfect man than me?
I feel like compassion for others encapsulates a lot of sub things as well.
I'm kidding. Relax.
That's
I
so
say ridiculous
funny.
shit. Yes. But that is true. When I attack, I'm attacking your points, Evelyn. Okay?
Yeah, but it was
That's something you have to like, sure that the tone is harsher because I'm on the pod. That's how funny, that's how I talk.
Well, I mean, listen to the Patreon episode. We discussed it all in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. But and also when you mention something that leans social justice, of course I'm gonna come down hard on you. We're comics. We gotta call out the bullshit.
No, so the thing is, we realize that it triggers you.
A lot of things trigger me.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
But especially after what you went through at the beginning of the year.
No, I wouldn't pin it down to that.
Really?
I wouldn't pin it down to that.
Really?
Yeah. I think dumb arguments trigger me. So when you say a blanket statement, oh, this group is more oppressed than this group, yeah, that triggers me. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, the thing is, I feel like because when it comes to that, you just get extremely you get so zeroed in on it, and you really want to. It's like you want to prove me wrong. Whereas I'm coming from a place where I'm like, okay, let's have a discussion about this.
Well, that's a
What are
discussion,
your
isn't
points? No, because it's like that's like a debate. That's an argument. But a discussion
it? A debate is just a discussion where the other party disagrees with you.
No, I don't think so. A discussion, like you can have a discussion with somebody you disagree with as long as both people hear each other out and give each other space to present their their points.
Listeners, this podcast will not be possible without support from our Patreon patrons. So thank you so much for your support. And please go to patreon.com/rise-to-meet-you-pod to keep us going. And for this month, we have some special content for you guys for the month of July. We have our usual regular bonus episode. And we have, want to tell the people what we're going to have?
I found Evelyn's video blog.
Yeah. I have seen snippets of it. And it's as much of a car crash as you think it is.
Stop! It is, though.
Yeah. But we are going to get the video translated and subtitled.
Yes.
And then it will be released as a Patreon-only video.
I thought we were going to react to it.
Yes, that'll be next month. We'll react to it next month.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So this month, usually we only do one bonus app per month, but this month you're getting one bonus app and then also Evelyn's video blog.
Yeah, that's going to be very embarrassing for me.
Yes.
But yes, you're getting one episode of Evelyn's video blog.
For as little as $5 a month, you get to see Evelyn's dark past. Now, she's trying to hide from me. You never brought it up.
From you specifically.
Yeah, she's trying to hide from the world. You never brought it up.
Because it was traumatic. It was another trauma in my life.
Everything is a trauma to you. Stop it.
Yeah.
You thought it was a good idea at the time, but then sometimes, art doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes it's a Van Gogh. Sometimes it's a disaster, So I think it's good, people. So sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/rise-to-meet-you-pod, and we will see you in Evelyn's video blog.
Oh, God.
Did you catch the game on Sunday, the football game?
Okay, so I tuned in and out of it. Mm-hmm. And then I followed on Twitter and saw okay, they scored 1-1 now, and they scored 1-0. And then I tuned in for the penalties because I love penalties.
Oh, why?
So I tuned in for the penalties.
Why do you like penalties? They're the worst part of football.
No, it's the most exciting part. The other part is just running around and trying to get a goal. That's boring.
Okay, that's very weird. The running around part is strategy and formations and how players control the ball, dribbling.
Offside.
Yeah, that's part of it. But the penalty is just ball on the floor, run it, kick it.
That's the excitement part. That's like the tension part. That's what I like.
Okay,
Like the
fine.
running around is just like, oh, we tried to do this thing, but we failed. Oh, we tried to do this thing, but we failed.
You can't get moments of brilliance from penalties, but you get moments of brilliance from running around.
Yeah, and they always have a recap when that happens. So I'll just watch the recap.
Okay, fine. You
That's
just want to see the ball hit the net.
Exactly. So that's what I did when it was like, oh, it's 1-0 now. Okay, I'll go and watch the recap of how the guy scored the like goal and stuff.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I do. Yeah.
Well, congrats to Italy, of course. We're talking about the Euros, people.
Yeah, the
because I think
Euros.
there's an NBA shit going on in America. Or
Oh,
like
really?
Wimbledon. There's Wimbledon also.
That I'll watch.
Yeah.
Basketball, I'll watch the whole game.
Really?
Yeah,
Because the
'cause-
ball goes on the net a lot of times.
It does, and also because it's a smaller court, and also because I used to play basketball, so I understand the strategies and like the plays and stuff. So that I'll watch, but I won't watch.
Okay.
Football.
Okay. What level did you play basketball at? School?
Yeah, I was.
So what strategies did you employ? What are these strategies that you used to use in school?
Oh,
Pass the ball to the tallest person?
Yeah, I was like the tallest person.
Okay.
But I was so the first game I played, I got the ball and it was totally empty on the side that I was at, and so I tried to shoot a goal and I missed. And everybody, when I was trying to shoot, they were like, no, 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 no. And then turns out it was our own goal. and then afterwards, people were like, lucky you missed. I was like, yeah. So I wasn't very good at basketball.
I think the strategy for Evelyn's basketball team is don't put her on.
Yeah.
She'll fuck it up for you. I saw this statistic about how if England loses the match, domestic abuse cases go up 35%. If England wins, domestic abuse cases go up 20%.
Yeah.
And I'm like, surely, like, what? Okay, I get it. When you lose and you want to beat your wife, I get it. I don't condone it. I think it's wrong, but I get it. It's like, you know? But how do you beat your wife when you win? How? Like, woohoo!
Maybe
How?
it's a bonus.
What do you mean bonus? How?
Like,
What do you mean?
if you're a wife beater, you're like, oh, they won, yeah, and now I'm
But
gonna beat my
That,
wife.
if you're a wife beater, that's not an increase then, because there's always a constant level of wife beating. We're seeing an increase of 20%.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? The wife beater is always gonna beat his wife. He's not part of the increase.
It's the somebody told me it's the alcohol.
Okay, but to me that too, like, if it's an alcohol thing, then surely her wife must get beaten every time he drinks alcohol.
Yeah.
So it's not just the game then. You know what
But
I mean?
it might be an excessive.
What triggers?
amount of
Oh, okay,
alcohol.
maybe the excessive thing.
Because I mean, I don't know if you saw the videos.
Like 7 drinks, I'm safe. But drink number 8, boy, I wake up with a bruised eye.
Oh my gosh! Can't believe we're drinking about the.
Can you imagine the wife who has to count her husband's drinks? 1, 2, 3. Oh
Yeah, we're
shit, we're
not
getting there. 4, 5. No, stop!
We're not making this a sketch.
What? Let's make this a sketch.
No, we're not making this a sketch.
The wife beater drink calculator.
Oh my.
You know?
God.
Have you always been beaten at home?
Nigel.
Have you always knew that there's a certain point where your husband starts beating you? Introducing the wife beater drinks calculator scientist.
We'll implant a chip in his arm, and then you can keep track of how many pints he's had.
No.
7. Time to hide in the bathroom.
Well, I think step 2. First step, we got to figure out what's his threshold. Is he a 7-drink guy or an 8-drink guy before he starts beating his wife?
That's too much background stuff. We don't need that for a short sketch. We just know. Okay, his minimum is.
Okay,
his
so we
limit
know
is
already.
8.
So we know
Yeah.
already. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
So
too much background.
Microchip.
Yeah, or something. I don't know.
7
like
drinks
a-
in, your
something.
phone alarm goes off. Bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam.
Yeah, time to go to your sister's.
Yes.
It's bad. But like, I don't. It's,
How do you? If you win, you're happy. I would like to see someone beat their wives up while they're really happy. You know? How do you do that?
I mean,
Is there a happy beating?
I mean the I mean men who exert violence on other people are most likely men who can't handle any type of extreme emotion. So that emotion probably has to go out somehow, and it goes out through
So any type of
through
emotion.
violence.
So sad, happy,
I guess, yeah.
horny.
Well,
Is that an emotion? What other emotions are there? Bitter.
bitter jealousy.
Yeah.
I think any type of extreme emotion where you can't communicate. Yeah, I don't know. Actually. The psychology of a wife beater.
Or maybe a husband beater. Let's
Or
not gender the
husband beater.
people.
Yeah,
Let's not
yeah,
gender
yeah.
the people.
Yeah, Amber Heard.
Maybe women hit men when the teams win because they realize, shit, why can't our women's team be so good? That they get bitter.
Nigel. Actually, there was somebody who said England has been to the soccer cup finals.
Yeah.
In blah 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 blah. It's just the men's team that haven't.
Yeah.
So-
But let's be honest here. There's only one team that matters when it comes to football.
It's because we live in a patriarchal
No,
society.
in tennis, I think in tennis we like to see Serena Williams and stuff.
Uh-huh.
For some reason in tennis the women matters. I think more than men.
Why? Why is that?
I don't know. I think because we don't live in a patriarchal society.
Maybe some sports are just.
I think my like serious take on it is some sports. The fun of watching it doesn't get diminished when it's women playing.
And so some sports
do.
fun
Yeah.
of watching it gets
Yes.
diminished when it's men playing.
For example, basketball. Fewer women can dunk, and dunking is objectively fun to watch.
Oh, I see.
That's my rationale, and that's why there's a whole host of there's less money in it. That's why they get paid less because there's fewer sponsors, fewer eyeballs watch it. That's but is it okay opinion to say? Is it okay opinion to say? But Serena Williams keeps it. I think watching her is as entertaining as watching Nadal or Federer. To me, to a layperson's eye.
That's interesting.
That's my take.
Or could it be also that more women enjoy watching tennis as opposed to like ball sports?
It could be. I don't know, but I don't know. More research is needed. What are other sports that beach volleyball? I don't care about the men's team.
Yeah, women.
Because women's beach volleyball is more entertaining to watch.
And why? Because bits juggle.
Yeah, sure. Whatever we don't care about the reason. We just look about entertainment factor, right? Beach volleyball. Who cares? Have you ever watched a male beach volleyball match? I haven't. Have you?
No.
Wait, you want to see the dick juggling around?
They probably play shirtless. So
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
Okay, yeah, probably. But have you watched? I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it. MMA, obviously.
I think MMA is equal, man. There's some huge female MMA stars,
Yeah.
right? I think that's equal.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's
boxing isn't. It's
Boxing
more
isn't.
men.
Yeah. I don't know. I think MMA has this. They're dressed quite skimpy as well. MMA, I guess. Boxing, they have to wear head guards so you can't see their faces.
Could it be also that we don't like watching women be too aggressive?
But then MMA women, there's a lot of MMA stars.
But then there's that fantasy, that like it's the foreplay to lesbian sex, isn't it?
But then women boxing would be big then.
No, because we don't like watching women aggressive. So women boxing is too aggressive.
Okay, but MMA is not?
Yeah, because they're touching each other and it's like foreplay to gay sex, isn't it?
Maybe.
That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, do you remember seeing like I understand why the statistic would rise with 20% if they're happy because I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but like there were fan videos going around of like the supporters of what they did, and one had like a firework thing in his butt, or what was it called?
I didn't see that video. What?
He had like
firecracker.
Not a firecracker, but one of those, that you light and then it just like shoots out.
Sparkler, yeah.
Like, but it was like one of those things, and he put it in his butt, and his friend lit it, and then so it was just shooting out of his butt, and it was like, and that's them being happy. That was before the game started. So I'm like, yeah, I get it. If you do shit like that, and then that guy goes back to his. Yeah.
If you put a sparkler in your butt, beating your wife is not the worst thing about you.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, I get it.
Women, don't marry a butt sparkler.
A butt sparkler.
Okay, make some better choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not victim blaming. Don't come at me with your victim blaming.
Yeah.
If you marry someone who puts a sparkler up his butt, you have to take the blame a little bit, if you knew about that behavior from before. If you get hit by a butt sparkler, you have to think, no, I should have seen this coming.
He does put
a
sparkler up his butt.
Yes.
When he's happy.
Yeah. He's I'm married.
He's unpredictable. He's a bit wacky like that. A bit zany.
He's eccentric, and that's why I have this black eye.
That's why I like
Can't
him.
really blame him. It's just who he is.
Oh no, I can't.
Glenn will be Glenn.
I can't believe we're joking about domestic abuse.
We'll find the funny people, the funny.
Yeah.
So how do you find a guy that won't hit you? It's a problem, isn't it? It's a problem.
I mean,
like listen, I have a temper, but I've never hit anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not a perfect guy to date. I have a temper, but I don't hit you. Amazing.
You are actually very respectful, Nigel.
Thank
you. Once one expresses their boundaries.
Yeah, I mean, but even if they don't, I know where the boundaries are.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not insinuating anything. No.
Listen,
Yeah.
last episode I give up sex pest vibes. But I'm not a sex pest.
Yeah.
And I think that is the best to be.
What vibe do I give up? Say it.
Victim vibes.
Victim
Yeah,
vibe.
because you have the resting sad face. You know, it feels like the whole world's trodden on your hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. My therapist said there's a difference between shame and shaming.
Uh-huh.
And shame is a helpful emotion, but shaming is not. According to
shame is
Brené Brown.
Did your therapist bring up Brené Brown?
Yeah. Why are you hitting me?
Because I bring up Brené Brown all the time and you never listen.
You bring out a lot of people. You bring out too many people.
Your therapist brought up Brené Brown.
Of course she would. Is like she's like a psychology
She's
star,
a researcher.
right?
She's a vulnerability researcher.
Yeah, of course she'll bring up Brené Brown.
And compassion, vulnerability is the key to everything. It's the key to joy, creativity, compassion, and shame is the opposite of that.
No, shame is a helpful emotion.
Not according to Brené.
No, that's what she said.
Okay, well, how is it helpful?
Well, I don't know. She just said there's a difference between shame and shaming.
Okay, yeah.
Study your Brené Brown better before you try to correct me.
2 years, Nigel's quoting Brené Brown.
Hey, listen.
High five.
I'll be quoting Roxane Gay soon. Just as Simone de Beauvoir. Just you watch.
Oh my God, you're getting into feminists now?
Yeah, Julia Kristeva. You know she's coming.
Gloria
All right.
Steinem.
Oh, I've heard of her. Haven't read her stuff.
Why are you gonna quote? Why are you getting into feminist literature?
Not really. I just find them interesting. I just read.
Okay.
You gotta know your opponents to not dismantle their philosophies.
Know your opponent.
Kidding. Feminists are not my opponents.
Know your opponent.
I'm such a feminist. Such a feminist. You know. Don't hit your wives. Right. But don't hit your wives, okay? And don't hit your husbands too. It's just not very nice.
Yeah, don't hit your
talk to them. There's a couple living downstairs from me. No, they're not a domestic abuse victim. Separate story.
Why would you lead it in like that?
I just thought about couples, and I just thought about this story.
Every night, I just hear how he just wails on her, and and I just lay here and do nothing.
And I cheer them on.
Nigel.
Like, go! Show that bitch! Yeah! Sometimes a woman hits the guy, I'm like, yeah, go! Show that dickhead! Show him!
Continue. There's
a couple downstairs who don't hit each other, and they're very nice. But you know how there was a heavy downpour 2 days ago on Monday?
Yeah.
And then they live in the basement flat, right? So what happened was I suddenly heard this. She was buzzing every single flat in this building.
Shit.
And I was like, who is this? Who is this? And she was crying outside. She lives in the basement. It's a different entrance. So she comes out and like, oh, open the door. Help me. And I open up, and she couldn't really speak English, but she's saying, oh, through a lot of Google Translate, I figured out she'll say, oh, her flat downstairs is flooded. You know, so before we called the police, 999, we called them, and then they were like, oh, sorry, the whole of the neighborhood has this problem. We can't come unless someone's life is in danger. So we couldn't do anything. Okay, so I decided, okay, I went down there to help her out. Maybe that she has some stuff she needs to move. But I went down there, holy shit, man. It's like the scene in Parasite. You know, the water coming out to my knees, gray water just squirting out the toilet bowl.
No.
Right?
Was she also trying to save a big rock?
No, there's no big rock. They had nothing. It's very tragic. I mean, her flat already looks tragic without the flooding.
Nigel.
It is a bit tragic.
It's
a bit tragic.
It's so you to criticize a person's flat when it's flooding.
I'm not criticizing. I didn't criticize it then. I'm thinking back to my memories. And also, I was not needed down there. There was nothing I could have done. Sure, they lifted all the electricity out, they unplugged everything. It's all already on the counters. Me going down there achieved zero things. And I basically told them to like get up, back up to dry land because the water was coming up to the power sockets. And it didn't have like rubber boots on. We were all barefoot in there. So me going down there probably endangered more people. But I brought them up. But yeah, it was a very tragic life because I don't know, what can you do? What can you do?
Yeah, you can't really do. What's happened now?
Now I think there's insurance, I guess, but still the cleanup, man. Oh, imagine how much your house must stink.
I mean, the people in Paris, I went back to their house and then lived in squalor still, and then they all died. Oh no, I mean nothing happened.
Spoiler. But it's okay.
I was talking to a comic, Catherine Henson.
Yeah, her.
Her apartment flooded as well when it rained, but she lived in the middle, so she lived on like the middle floor. So I'm like, how did that happen? But yeah, she said it flooded, and I was like, whoa. And it's like this is the thing with London because the houses are so old, you never know. Like I live top floor. I have a fireplace, and when it rains, in the fire, like the water comes out the fireplace. But it's never been serious. But I'm like, I mean, one super heavy rain week or something, and something might happen. I don't know.
Oh yeah, but that's how fireplaces work, right?
I guess.
I mean, if logically the smoke can go up, then the water can come down. How do you avoid that happening?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I have a fireplace in my new place, so I need to think about that.
But is it active?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll only have real fireplaces. Come on.
I mean, sometimes people...
It's the focal point of a room, fireplace.
But the thing is, sometimes people seal them off.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I guess because of this stuff. I don't know.
No, I have a fireplace. You enjoy it. You enjoy the fireplace.
Okay.
Instead of sitting next to it with a glass of wine and a book.
Okay.
My glam rock interior vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I felt very bad for them. I felt very bad for the neighbors, and they're still living in there now. But and the cleanup, and then in the common areas of the flat is all carpeted, so the water was above the carpet. Like the water came up to my knee. I was walking into their flat, and the water was to my knee. So just imagine how like stinky it must be downstairs.
Have you gone to help see how they are after?
No, like what can I do? What can I do? Right?
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad.
I know. But I hope they're okay now. And don't live near the river if you live in London.
Yeah, don't
never
live
in a
river.
basement flat either.
Yeah, never live in a basement flat.
Yeah.
They're usually very bad. If anything, go for new builds in London.
Yeah, we'll disagree on this again, but yeah, new builds have no personality.
They have no personality, but like
no flooding.
No
either.
flooding. Like you'll have heating. You'll have good stuff. Like all of these old houses, they may be pretty, but they're awful.
But what we can agree on is, I'd rather have a flooded flat than have housemates. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Again with the housemates.
Yeah.
Nigel.
What?
Do you know, I have been more aware environmentally because I realized how much plastic I was using each week because where I live now, we have to, what's it called?
Recycle.
And so I have like...
How environmentally conscious can you be if you can't even think of the word recycle?
It escaped me. But we have to recycle. So I every week I'm like, oh my God, I'm using too much plastic. So I bought this like reusable cup from Starbucks. It's great for cold drinks. It's just like the Starbucks cup with a lid and a straw. And so I make my own coffees at home and stuff and leave the house. But sometimes when I'm out, I want a coffee, so I'll go and buy it. But the thing is, I've realized unless it's Starbucks, no place will take my cup. Because it's Starbucks.
As a branding.
It's the branding. So they're like, you can use a reusable cup, but if it doesn't have a brand, they'll take it. But like, because if I go with my Starbucks cup into Pret, they're like, no, we don't do this.
Yeah, we don't serve people with bad taste in coffee. So fuck off.
Excuse me, Pret. Have you seen how much your coffee costs?
Wait,
but-
side note. Do they not cost the same? Pret and Starbucks?
No, I think Starbucks is a bit more expensive.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
little
Pret is shit too. So
Yeah.
Pret, who are you to judge, Pret?
Yeah. Who are you to judge?
Yeah.
And so I've realized, like, if you go to these different chains, you have to have a reusable cup from each of the chains or a non-branded one. But I have my Starbucks cup. So now it's like, so what I do now is like, I just buy a normal, like, I just buy it normally and then I just pour it into my Starbucks cup. So it doesn't help.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
So you getting the Starbucks reusable cup has been worse for the environment.
It really has. It really has been worse for the environment.
Why are they so anal about this?
I don't know. And so I don't know if I should try to like remove the Starbucks thing or like just draw a cross on it or something. Because it's like, I really like my cup because it's super big. It's like their venti one, but I think a little bit more. So you can fit a lot in there. I love this cup because it's so huge. And I can fit so much in it.
I know, I've seen it. Do you have it with you?
Yeah, I do. Okay, wait.
Oh, yeah, there it
We
is.
can show it.
All right.
It's this one. I'm not going to show the logo.
I mean, we all know what a Starbucks logo is. Okay.
But you can see the size of this cup. It's huge, and they're
Don't fat shame the cup.
Nigel.
It's a very body positive cup.
Okay. Fat activist Nigel.
Yes.
It's
I get triggered
yeah.
when people say the word big.
Okay. It's so you get like remnants from my coffee that I bought at Pret.
Yeah.
And poured in. I seriously did that this morning.
The world is built to make big cups feel bad. You know? I guarantee you, if you have a Starbucks cup but like a grande size, they'll be like, okay, sure, we pour it in for you.
Doesn't even make sense.
Fat activist Nigel is back.
It's actually a really funny character.
Sketch.
Yeah.
The fat activist.
Yeah, or whatever activist that tries
yeah.
to make everything about that.
Yeah. I guarantee you, if you went in there with a
Yeah.
tall cup, they'll be fine. But it's the venti cups that get this discriminated against.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Ugh, it gets my blood boiling.
And the thing is, I don't want to be loyal to Starbucks. Their coffee kind of sucks.
Is it possible to like get rid of the logo?
That was what I was thinking. No, well, not like I don't think.
Yeah, you
I'd
can't
have to
scratch
use
it.
something.
Yeah.
I'd have to use something to remove it, like acetone. I don't know.
Just buy tape or something.
Maybe I could buy a
Yeah.
Rice to Meet You sticker.
Yeah, we have that, don't we?
I've used all mine on my.
Oh, just get some more free samples.
Yeah.
Stick it on. Yeah.
We should do. Can we make this cup?
Yeah, you can find and source it. I don't have time.
Okay.
Yeah, if you source it, we'll sell it.
People,
Yeah.
let us know if we make a Rice to Meet You coffee cup. Will you guys buy it? I know I will because
Yeah.
I love these cups and I love my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And I just at home I make my own, and yeah,
Yeah, I see Evelyn bringing this everywhere.
I do. Yeah. I got it last week, and you've seen it already
Is the
twice.
straw like plastic?
Yeah,
Oh, but reusable. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Oh, I like this.
So-
I like this cup.
it's really good. And then also it has a little thing so that it never leaves the cup.
Oh, that is smart.
And do you know how much it was?
How much?
Only $3.50.
Oh, appeals to the Asian sensibility too.
Yes,
You know?
I've used it so much, and you've seen it. Like I got it last week. You've already seen it twice.
Yeah, very annoying.
What do
Very
you
annoying.
mean?
I'm like, oh, can you support a local independent coffee shop,
Oh my
please?
God.
Instead of Starbucks.
Come on.
Come on.
Actually, I
Can
will.
you go Gales instead? A little higher class? Gales?
I will go to your local coffee shop now. That's on the corner.
Oh, they're
and
not going
try
to
and-
serve you.
And try and be like, can you please? Also, it is a bit gross if you see.
Yeah,
you
it is.
see
It is
that.
very good.
I have to wash it out.
Little dots of like Evelyn's saliva and coffee mixed together.
It's nice.
You know?
It's nice.
I used to grind my own beans and make my own coffee. But
Really?
in my new house, I'll buy a proper coffee machine.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I'll make it an espresso because it takes too much time sometimes. I'll still keep the espresso machine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The espresso is
Yeah.
convenient, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
But don't bring your Starbucks cups into
I'm gonna bring my Starbucks cup and
yeah.
ask for ice.
Wait, after you move, man. Where do you want to move to?
I'm still having my place in Sweden. So.
Oh, okay.
But because I was thinking,
Wow, Evelyn has like a holiday home and a home. Wow.
home and home.
Don't you dare say you're oppressed. I'm more oppressed than you. I only have one home. You have two.
Was it glam rock?
Small
Or was
detail.
it the grammar didn't
It's my
match?
hobby, you know. I can't travel, so I have to keep
What,
myself busy.
like
with something.
Jason Mraz is helping you interior decorate.
It's just a hobby. Just a hobby. I just like DIY, you know. So I want to paint
Yeah,
stuff, you know.
Yep.
But you got two, I got one.
They're both renters though. And the thing is, I was thinking, maybe I should just get a room in London because I'll be going back and forth. But then I was like, my place in Sweden, my entire apartment costs as much as actually costs half of what a room costs here.
Oh.
So I might that will be the small rent, and here will be the big rent. So I might as well just get my own place here.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
Keep us posted.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. See you
We'll
next week, people.